Yeah, you already know what it is, man. It's your boy, John Switch the Great One, not the fake one, man. Back with another one, man. You already know we got the whole game. But not the whole game. Half the game with us today, man. John 120, man. You already know we back, man. Right. Reaction vid. We got something crazy, man. The Zanesville Massacre. We're going to get right into it. But hit the Instagram, Hazie Vision. Shout out to our sponsor, Apparels on Ink. We're going to drop their website and link below. Let's get to it, though. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, man. Keep showing love. I appreciate all the love we get. And comment, too. Keep commenting. I'm replying.
Complete chaos out there. We've got officers going in heavily armed now as all snowballed into hell.
We arrived in the area where the body was, and it was quite apparent that whoever it was deceased. There was a white tiger chewing on him.
Sheriff's officer?
Yeah, I think I just seen one. It's like a jaguar or a wolf or something.
In the fall of 2011, the sleepy small town of Zanesville, Ohio, experienced a nightmare, all because of one man, Terry Thompson. As the owner of more than 50 exotic animals, he earned quite a reputation in town, especially when he decided to set them free.
I had made contact with the sheriff that appeared that everything had been turned loose. And I mean, there was bears, there was tigers, there was lions running everywhere.
50 exotic animals.
Yo, exotic.
Exotic. That don't mean like no.
Yeah,
exotic dog or nothing.
Yeah, that ain't not no deer. That's like lions, tigers, bears, jaguars.
The craziest shit you could think of. Exotic shit that you can't find in America.
Lions, tigers, bears. Oh my.
Like what?
Yeah.
A white tiger. He said a white tiger. That was the first animal they said. A white tiger.
Bear.
50 plus. A bear. A lion. Hold on. What the fuck? What the fuck Terry on?
Why did Terry unleash his animals on the town? Was it an act of spite? Which one of his exotic animals was never found by the police? And how many people were eaten alive?
Hi, everyone. Yeah, that's Coke Dock on Coke Dock Road, and we're there next to Terry Thompson, and there's a bear and a lion now.
This is Zane's.
Sounds like the shooting. Shooting shit.
Nah, right though? Like, how else do you defend yourself? Like, I'm not even going outside if I look out my window and see a lion and a bear.
It's a bear and a lion out. But it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. You on the porch hitting your little, right? You might go out there, a little cigarette break, a little blunt break. You might think you so skied that
you hallucinate the shit.
Yeah, you might think, nah, that ain't no bear. Whole time, nah, that's really a bear. That's really a lion.
Yo, I'm a quick reactor though. I gotta get inside before I can really see what the fuck is going on.
Yo, yeah.
I don't even want that shit come near me.
Let's see Sasquatch.
Yo.
Oh man. That's a different vid, but
Zanesville, Ohio, a quaint town known for its unique Y-shaped bridge and being the pottery capital of the world. It's the type of place where everyone knows everyone, and most residents knew about Terry and his eclectic.
Everybody know everybody. That's definitely a small town.
Yo, that lady said, I'm next door to Terry Thompson.
Yeah, immediately gave him right up, Terry Thompson. Just in case anything happened, we had these animals. Terry Thompson had these animals. These are Terry Thompson animals. From the jump, she knew these are Terry Thompson animals.
Animal farm.
Yeah, Terry was different. Terry always kind of pushed the envelope, but Terry was Terry.
Terry was born and raised just east of Zanesville. In his youth, he was passionate about flying and acquired his pilot's license as soon as he was of age. With an exciting career ahead of him, his life was turned upside down when he was drafted into the Vietnam War. In the years following his tour, the trauma continued to haunt him. After returning home, Terry met his wife, Marion, a teacher who was also a decorated prize-winning horse rider and animal lover. He opened a motorcycle shop and got a license to sell guns, all while gaining a reputation for doing things a little differently than everyone else. One day, for Marion's birthday, Terry bought a baby tiger cub.
All right, this is going to be the last time I talk about it, but I just want to say that's a different kind of nigga right there. He trained in the Air Force, he collect guns, and he got exotic animals. How you fuck with him if you rob that house by accident? A nigga that robbed that house by accident.
I ain't gonna lie, like in the what's this in Ohio?
Cleveland, Ohio.
Midwest, they don't got nothing else to do but time on their hands.
Weird shit.
Yo, that shit
weird shit. Like you said, that's a bird got weird shit.
At an exotic animal auction, a gift that would quickly turn into his new obsession. From guns to cars and then animals, Terry was a hoarder, feeling he could never have enough. The couple sunk
Never had
thousands of
enough.
dollars into their amateur zoo, housing lions, tigers, bears, wolves, and even monkeys. To feed their hungry residents, Terry was known for collecting roadkill, taking dead livestock from neighbors, and buying leftover chicken parts unfit for eating. Soon, he turned his collection into a business.
So he knew that nigga was weird. If you collecting carcasses off the side of the road,
where's
you gotta pick that shit up yourself, man. It's got your fucking mind.
Hey yo, that's some weird shit. And then I feel like that's another thing where you went wrong. You giving them active blood. They want the taste for blood now. Damn.
He don't even know what the whole time, bro. Yeah.
He knew what he was gonna do.
Damn.
And then there's no telling, like, before he released them, if they was hungry or not when the last time they ate, so they get out.
Sheesh.
And everything up.
Everything.
Damn, Terry.
Acting as an animal handler for Animal Planet's show Wild Kingdom in 2008.
Is Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom.
He also provided a lion cub for a photo shoot with supermodel Heidi Klum. But later that year, his side hustle, selling guns, began to raise suspicion. The Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives, the ATF, raided his home, taking away 133 guns and dozens of rounds of ammunition. To make matters worse, his marriage was on the rocks. Terry accused Marion of ratting him out to the authorities and was known to be verbally abusive toward her. After 40 years of marriage, Marion decided to separate. Ultimately, he pleaded guilty to possession of unregistered firearms and served 10 months in prison. And despite his efforts to patch things up with Marion, she had no sympathy for him.
I think Terry's.
Yo, now I'm really even sitting here thinking about it. 50 exotic animals. That's 50, yo. You know how many mouths that is to feed? And then that's a lot. So it's that big. Yeah.
You know what he blacked out?
No, he was already fucked up to begin with, though. From the jump, they say he was, feel me, different. But then you go to the war and all kind of, his mind not in the right spot.
50 exotic animals is really crazy now I'm thinking about it. Like, you ain't never hear nobody with 50 dogs.
No.
That shit
What makes
is
you
different.
think you could take care of 50 exotic animals? They're like,
You gotta have a direct connect shipment with all this type of food, hay, and everything. You seen they would have 4 horses, like shit like that. Like feeding them.
His downfall is that when he returned from prison, Marion was not at the farm waiting for him.
Drowning in debt and suspicious his
The
wife had
baby ain't
cheated
at
on
the
him
farm
during
waiting.
his time in prison, Terry did something no one could have prepared for. On October 18th, 2011, Terry's neighbor Sam Kopchak noticed something was off while leading his horse, Red, to pasture.
I saw the horses that were there. There's probably about 60 horses I estimate that they had. They were going around a circle. And I said, well, they're not supposed to do that. Something's going on, you know.
Sam decided to take a closer look and headed over to the edge of Terry's paddock. He saw a dark shape emerge in the middle of the circling horses, a large black bear.
God damn.
Sam initially brushed this off as a rare sighting of an endangered animal in Ohio and did his best.
Okay, a bear ain't too bad to see. You might see a bear in
Ohio, and it's a black bear, but
a black bear, but a bear that size,
to me, that's alarm.
Yeah, that's alarm. A black bear.
Okay, where I'm at.
That size of a bear too.
To calm down Red, but what he saw next shook him to the core.
I just felt like something was looking at me, and I kind of turned to the left, and big male African lion, he came down. This is about the spot he was.
Yo, that nigga said I felt like something was looking at me, but you look over, is that
your heart?
Yo, you ain't never seen a lion in your life, yo, in person.
This up close to personal?
Yo, it's that. Look at them eyes.
What do you do?
Yo,
do you run? Do you sit still? What do you do?
You don't run.
You don't run?
You don't run. You don't run. Please don't run.
I might haul ass.
Yo,
off adrenaline.
Depending on where you at and where he at and where you gotta run, you better not run. You gotta think.
Don't fall, nigga. That's
No.
fucking fall.
That's not running from no dog.
Yeah.
That's a whole different stride and everything.
His claws alone when he leap out to come get you.
Ain't no telling no lion chill either.
Nah.
Them shits don't understand English.
That's what I'm saying. What do you really in a face-to-face situation with a lion?
Yo, he said I felt something looking at him. I felt something looking at me.
Setting. He just sat down right there.
Sam knew it wasn't wise to run from a lion, so he slowly but briskly
Wow.
walked away. He only looked back once, about a third of the way from his barn, to see the lion staring ominously at him behind a fence it could easily vault over. Sam first thought he needed to warn his elderly mother. She lived with him and was home all alone, an easy target for a hungry predator. He brought Red into the barn, locked the doors, and phoned his mom in a frenzy. Alarmed by the news, she quickly called the Thompson residence, but all she got was the answering machine. That's when she knew she had to call 911.
45 and
Yeah, you don't
54,
want your
45
old
and
ass mom
54
outside.
behind Kotek Road, behind
Yo,
Kotek Road.
Yo,
They ain't
Like
got no
advised, there is a bear and a lion fully walking in there.
What could I really do when a lion and bear being out? That's not a call. I'm not.
Hell, I'm gonna do.
Complaint advised, there
I'll
is a
shoot
bear and a lion.
Ain't get that call.
I ain't get that one. Nah, I ain't get that. Yo, all right. Look, so you get this call, right? You on the dispatch. There's a bear and a lion loose. You get off
In
at
the
4.
residential neighborhood.
But look, you get off at 4. It's 3:53. You go with it or you do? Next shift got it.
Next shift, got it.
You gonna let the people last for 7 minutes with wild animals?
I gotta make it home.
They got it. Hey, man. Listen.
Nah, it's life or death. I gotta make it home, bro. I'm not.
See, that's fucked up.
That's
See,
fucked up.
Hey, that's why it's always
Why
protect
they be the
yourself.
hero, motherfucker?
Yeah, hey, as a cop, you're supposed to be the hero, ain't you?
Let's see what happens.
That ain't no normal call, man.
If I'm the cop, I'm calling the fire department. They the ones that go get the cactus. I'll
Hey,
send the
come
fire
out with the water
department.
hose, motherfucker. The water hose heavy.
But then, they definitely need some heavy artillery. But damn,
You gotta call the military, man.
you gotta call something with some type of firepower.
Yeah.
Something, SWAT, somebody with some trees.
The
and
most.
shit.
Nah.
Because
Pick them up.
animals still got their natural tactic of hiding and disguising and shit like that. Brent, like he said, I felt something looking at me. It wasn't just out in the open. That shit was in some
But like,
low in the grass, about to pounce.
what I also want to get into is 50 exotic animals, like you said, but they spread out through the town, so
They everywhere. You don't know
you're
where
not
they at.
catching 50 exotic animals in one day. I don't care what you say.
Not at all.
Let's see what happens.
Especially some monkeys.
Lion fully
Bear and a
running in
lion.
the area.
I was kind of skeptical right at first. I just thought maybe somebody had maybe seen a big dog or something.
Deputy Jonathan Mary, who was serving a court summons just a couple miles outside of town, received the strange call and acted immediately. He drove up and knocked on Mrs. Kopechek's door. A large gray wolf ran along the road behind him as he turned around. Mary hopped into his patrol car and followed the wolf. As it approached a nearby house, he got out, grabbed his rifle from the trunk, and approached it slowly.
You scared of one wolf?
Yeah.
Not a pole.
Wolves usually move in packs.
Yeah. I ain't
He
scared.
radioed headquarters and was told to put the wolf down. With a well-aimed shot, the threat was eliminated. But just as he went to inspect the wolf's body, he got another alarming call. His colleagues were face to face with a lion near the Thompson residence, armed with standard-issued pistols. Not exactly the kind of firepower needed to deal with a full-grown lion. Meanwhile, Sergeant Steve Blake rushed to the scene and pulled up to the Thompson property. He and John Moore, Terry's animal caretaker, approached the Thompson house. They found cages that were cut, some left open, and 2 that contained a couple of monkeys and a dog. They came across a gruesome scene as they cautiously walked to the barn. A large white tiger was eating something. Upon closer inspection, it was a body that was barely recognizable.
Wow.
As Deputy Mary drove up the hill toward the Thompson property, he saw another deputy running in fear. Mary reached for his rifle, but it snagged on the cruiser's computer stand. Instead, he grabbed his Glock. As soon as he turned around, a 350-pound black bear charged him. Usually, black bears will do a bluff charge to test your dominance. Your best bet to survive is to stand your ground and look tall. But most of all, don't run. Just a few feet away from him, Mary shot the bear. Thanfully, it was in the head. Otherwise, his Glock's...
That nigga nice.
Hey.
He cheated and everything. With a Glock and everything.
Yo.
bullet likely wouldn't have slowed it down. Shaken by the ordeal, he went to grab his rifle from his patrol car. And it's a good thing he did. Just moments later, a large African lioness crawled under Terry's fence and ran down the road toward another neighbor's home. Mary aimed and took the shot. Another one down, But how many were left to go? A number of emergency units, including the Columbus Zoo's capture and recovery team, arrived at the Thompson property, preparing for the worst possible scenario.
On the way to the scene, I made it clear to the guys on the scene that if there were any animals outside the pasture field or looking like they were going out the fence,
it's over.
Yo,
Now you scared to death.
It's over.
it's a good thing he thought smart and grabbed the Glock. Because that's why you got to be TTK.
Yo,
You know what I mean? Because, hey, you panic out there, fuck around with a
that
rookie.
ain't no human like charge you. That's like you're not coming back from that.
Yo,
You can't wrestle that.
Yo, you pissed. You can't. I can't get the AK. I'm thinking close the door. I might not be thinking Glock. I might not be thinking Glock.
What?
I'm thinking close the door. I ain't thinking Glock. Hey, and you don't really know if a Glock can do it.
Close the door.
I
might. Yeah.
It's a good thing he was there.
they would be put down.
We were first approached by, I believe it was 2 tigers come out of a barn towards us.
Now the ball game can change because he said 2 tigers. Now people don't know tigers is way bigger than lions. So now we really in some different shit. It's 2 tigers out.
But you keep hearing what they're saying. Everything is charged and active.
Everything charging. Yeah, everything charging and working. Yeah. No, nothing nice.
So it's immediate life or death situation already.
It's nothing nice. And all of the shit that pounce and hide.
Now one cop know that. How many he done took that already?
He got 5.
He got 5.
Yeah, he might got 5, I think.
And as they rushed the truck, we were forced to dispatch them.
But what if you encountered a tiger and didn't have a gun? Stay calm and slowly back away. Don't make eye contact, as this could be seen as threatening to the tiger. The same advice goes for most wild cats. Avoid turning and running. It will only make you vulnerable to an attack from behind. If the tiger continues to approach you, make yourself appear big. Make loud noises too. If it attacks, fight like hell. It's your best chance at survival.
That's really how big.
Here on How to Survive, we cover all kinds of survival scenarios. So make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more incredible survival stories.
Shout out How to Survive.
Still putting together the pieces of what happened, the officers approached a mangled body. Unknown to them, dozens of wild predators were still loose, waiting for the opportunity to pounce.
Then we arrived in the area of where the body was, and it was quite apparent whoever it was deceased. There was a white tiger chewing on him.
The officers figured at the time that Terry's animals must have gotten loose and killed him. They started shutting the doors to contain the animals still in their cages. It was then that they realized this large escape was no accident.
I look over, and maybe 3 feet away from where the door is, there's a large hole that's cut in the chain link fence. As soon as I saw that, I remember the blue bolt lock cutters that are laying beside Terry Thompson.
An investigation was needed to determine what happened. Still, the priority now was ensuring Zanesville citizens' safety. Officers, armed with both tranquilizers
You see, even Terry was scared of the animals. He knew the cutter sneaky holding him where they eventually find it. He knew not to just open the door. I ain't trying to die like that. Fuck that shit.
And all this shit sent back to a bitch because he lost his damn chick.
A
A chick will make you go crazy. God damn. Son of a
and guns were now on a mission.
I'm on 23 and there's a lion in the road.
Remain indoors and try to approach him.
Tranquilizers and guns were now on a mission.
I'm on 23 and there's a lion in the road.
Love is clear. Stay indoors.
Remain indoors and try to approach him.
911.
Yeah, there's a lion on Mount Perry Road in Gray Shot.
I'm pretty sure, and I just saw a wolf.
I think I just seen one. Looks like a jaguar or a wolf or something.
Now, what can law enforcement do? You've got an immediate logistical problem in front of you, which is that you've got a lot of very dangerous animals.
I'm about to say that.
In an environment that they're not.
Damn, imagine you just got back in town. You don't know you going outside to smoke, or you walking your dog.
Yo, you walk your dog without a leash?
You sacrificing your dog.
Hey.
Nigga, oh yeah, I'm definitely leaving the dog. You an asshole.
Nah, you got it in the moment.
Now, I done seen a few people try to fight a kangaroo off to get the dog. Now you gonna go out there and fight a bear off to get the dog?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Not familiar with, and they're uncontained. So you have to do something. Your primary purpose in this is to preserve human life, and you have dangerous animals out and about.
As they began to lose sunlight, authorities grew more concerned about wild animals being loose at night, leaving unsuspecting victims in even more danger. After weighing over what to do next, the city's sheriff made the call, which they felt was necessary to protect everyone.
There was no other option except to dispatch the animals. We started engaging the animals at different distances.
The majority of the animals on Thompson's property were shot, but one cougar escaped and died after being hit by a car. With animal corpses littered everywhere, officers started to sort out the bodies by species to get a count. In total, 49 exotic animals were killed. This included 18 Bengal tigers, 17 lions, 6 black bears, a pair of grizzlies, 3 mountain lions, 2 wolves, and a baboon.
A baboon, 2 wolves, 17 bears. Yo, no, he said 17 lions.
Yo,
let's go through that one again.
That's wild shit right there.
This included 18 Bengal tigers, 17 lions, 6 black bears, a pair of grizzlies, 3 mountain lions,
18 Bengal tigers, 17 lions, 6 black bear, a pair of grizzly,
3 wolves,
a baboon,
wolves, and a baboon.
That baboon would have did some shit. Oh my God, that would have been. Bro, I ain't gonna lie. The first priority gotta be the tigers, the baboon, and the lion. The bear, let him go into the woods or something.
Yeah.
But even then, I don't know, because he's been tasting human blood. But
get
the tigers, that lion, and that baboon, get immediately.
You gotta get the tigers and the lions because they like to stalk their prey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, them wolves, you can kind of let them run in the wild too, maybe. But that baboon, get him immediately.
Other animals were captured alive. 3 leopards, a grizzly bear, and 2 monkeys. But to this day, 1 has gone unaccounted for. A macaque was never located. Although there was fear it could have been carrying a disease like hepatitis B, authorities determined it was likely eaten by one of the other escapees. While the chaos was over, the investigation was only just beginning.
See all of these animals piled up after they were killed. Because they were running free, running loose, in a dangerous situation. This is wrong. This is really wrong.
Once it was safe to do so, the forensics team inspected the crime scene, starting with Terry's body. It was then officially determined that on October 18th, 2011, Terry Thompson opened all of his animal cages, allowing them to run wild and wreak havoc on the citizens of Zanesville. But what was even more shocking was how he died.
Like OG said,
there was a head wound, a head gunshot wound. His hands were filled with gunpowder residue. Leads us to believe that this is a suicide.
There were also reports raw chicken was scattered around Terry's body, with some believing he wanted the animals to feast on his remains.
Damn, he left chicken around his body so they could eat his body?
And they didn't even eat him, dumb motherfucker.
With some believing he wanted the animals
the white
to
tiger
feast
ate him.
on his remains.
Mm-hmm.
An autopsy revealed that Terry was suffering from a severe cardiovascular disease. It's unclear how much time he had or if he knew about his condition. A few weeks out of prison, his finances in tatters, and his relationship with Marianne over, Terry snapped. Others believed his hoarding got the best of him, making him feel helpless on top of everything else.
He couldn't stop acquiring more. I think they just worked himself into a hole. But he just couldn't bring himself to get rid of.
When Marianne came to the property, she was distraught, to say the least. After agreeing to relocate the 6 surviving animals to a zoo, she insisted they be buried on their property when they passed.
You read Jim County Sheriff's Office.
Shooting animals with live rounds, you.
The backlash the authorities received from citizens.
Not live rounds.
Man, you goddamn fools. All right, go ahead and put your groceries up with a lion out. Go ahead and let it.
White people love animals, motherfucker.
Nah, but that was black people voices too. That was a black voice. I know I heard a nigga voice. That was a nigga voice, right? Listen to this one.
Shooting animals with live rounds, you.
That's a nigga right there. You bitch ass nigga. Man, nobody saving no lion and no fucking tiger. You
No, I got to think in a moment, what's the best thing to do right now to keep people alive? Drop everything.
Drop everything.
We don't know if these things got diseases. We don't know nothing about these animals. They just charging. Man,
y'all so lucky, truthfully. You know how to go, man. They really could have dropped a grenade, like on some whole dirt and shit, and not gave a fuck. Like,
Everybody
like bombed that. The whole town got to go down with some gas.
Small town.
Gas the town. Everybody stay indoors. We gonna drop this gas bomb. They could have did that and had all the animals down. You look like y'all wouldn't have wanted that because now everybody got to stay inside for a few weeks. Relax, yo.
I bet you if got that alert though,
yo, chill the fuck out. He said it was 17 Bengal tigers, 16 lions, a pair of grizzlies, and 6 bears, and a baboon. And like, chill the fuck out. Y'all do not want that shit roaming around the town where everybody know everybody. That's a small ass town. Y'all can't believe y'all even calling and complaining about everybody. Yeah. You know what the fuck? 16 tigers and 17 lions.
How do you catch them? We gonna corner it in a big ass town,
bro.
But shoot
they want to shoot them up with beanbags and shit.
What the fuck, man?
Like a grizzly, 33 wildcats running around hungry. It's crazy.
The backlash the authorities received from citizens and the world was swift.
Wow.
Many thought the deaths of the animals, including 18 endangered Bengal tigers, were unnecessary.
I'm sorry to say that what the sheriff did had to be done, or else we would have had carnage out here this morning in Zanesville, Ohio.
Now you could say, oh, they could have, I don't know, people said at the time, oh, they should have tranquilized them and relocated them. Well, where are these magic tranquilizers coming from? Some local vet happens to be fully kitted up to tranquilize 50-odd huge, wild, aggressive animals with the experience. Massively unlikely. Thinking about it.
In the zoo, they containing the animals' lives by giving them light shit. Like, look, this nigga giving them chicken and deer from the side of the road. These animals is huge. Like, no, just tranquilizing them animals.
Like they said, the sheriff made that call, man.
Yeah, man, ain't nobody just tranquilizing them goddamn wild ass things. Man, fuck out of here with that shit.
Ain't no dog, ain't no raccoon.
Yeah, fuck.
Like, that's exotic animals.
Tranquilize them out of here. Y'all called saying they rushing and charging, y'all.
Yeah.
They charging. Why are we
now
tranquilizing?
Kill these motherfuckers.
Yeah, and that's the problem.
Yeah.
It's always a slippery slope with shit like that. You know what I mean? A double standard. But you never know, man. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, and let us know how y'all feel in the comments.